We're live, gang. And how you doing tonight? It's Friday evening, 9 p.m. straight up. And I am still trying to get the comments going, and I haven't figured it out yet. So, and I don't know where to look at your comments. So I don't know. This is a little bit different. When I set this up before, I had set it up through YouTube itself. Now, this is set up, I watched some videos, this is set up specifically through Google Plus, which will archive it over on YouTube. But in the meantime, I'm not sure where to look for your comments because I am presently on. Now, if somebody say something, somebody type something, and I'll see if I can see it. This is going to be the death of me if I don't figure this out. I'm sure I will. It's just a matter of time. Let's see. Here we go. I'm over on YouTube, and I see no comments like I did before. Let me see if I click this. I want to go ahead and refresh it to see if we're coming in. No, I don't want an ad going. Don't give me an ad. I don't want an ad. You know that gets me in trouble, but YouTube is always doing these non-skippable ads on me. So I don't see you. There's a comment tracker in a thing called Hangout Toolbox on the Google Plus Hangout site. But it asks for a source, but it doesn't give an explanation of what a source is. So what I did is I just went ahead and copied. Let me go ahead and try it again. Copied the URL from YouTube where the video is showing. And let me go ahead and copy it in. It didn't give me an error last time, but actually it didn't give me much of anything. No source. Okay, it says source already exists, but that doesn't tell me anything because I'm not seeing anything. Hold on. Let me try this. Okay, I've got I clicked on source, but I'm still not seeing anything. I can see that there are 6 of you watching. I don't know if this is going to work as far as comments tonight, so I may just be winging it on my own and comments later. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on the technical stuff and bore you guys with it. Let me just go ahead and see if I can possibly skip an ad. No, it's just okay. Let me go to a different video real quick. I'm just going to go to somebody else's video and get this one ad gone, and maybe I can go back and start it again. Like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but if I'm not going to be able to interact with you guys, it's not going to be as good as I like it. I went to a video by Ellie Awesome. I love Ellie Awesome. You guys watch Ellie Awesome. She's great. Nope, it's still doing that non-skippable ad. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me go to info and settings on the video, and I'll turn off the non-skippable ad, and maybe that will do it for me. Because, you know, like I said, right now, the only thing I want from this is to be able to talk with you guys.
From the farm families.
No, it's still doing the non-skippable ad. Okay, I'm at a loss. So listen, if I can't see you guys tonight, I am really sorry about it, but let's just do this thing. Okay, so anyway, I hope everybody has had a wonderful Friday so far going into the weekend. I've got my coffee. I went over to Winco and stocked up on 2 12 packs of that Kauai coffee. They actually had it last time or today when I went. Last time I went, they were completely out, which really sucked. One thing I'm going to be doing is upgrading my webcam. This webcam is a few years old. It's only a 720. I want a 1080, and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at getting. Let me go ahead and go to my screen share and go to the Amazon page and show you exactly what I'm wanting. And there it is. That is the webcam that I'm looking at. It's a Logitech Pro webcam C920. It's 1080p widescreen, and it's supposed to be really awesome. Let me go ahead and scroll down here. I hope you can see this on the screen. Here's the way it looks. I'm kind of going back and forth. Yeah, you can. Good. Going back and forth between windows. Okay, this is it right there. It clamps onto the top of your monitor, and it also has a regular tripod or standard tripod hole, so you can use a tripod. So if I wanted to set it over next to me further for some oddball reason. But this guy right here, look at that screenshot. Very clear. I like that. And this is why I want this thing, because I want a lot better quality. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to get it, but I'm gearing toward the quality that I get when I do my reviews on YouTube. And, that's just probably not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's wishful thinking, because, we're over the internet. We're streaming live, and it's dependent upon, we're at the mercy of the internet and our connections and everything. So anyway, listen, this is what I got online today. I'm so excited about this because I'm going to be reviewing this for you guys. Look at that. That's a buy one, get one free coupon from Carl's Jr., and it's for the cinnamon swirl French toast breakfast sandwich. This thing looks so freaking yummy. So I'm going to be doing this. More than likely, I'm going to be shooting it tomorrow. I'll produce it, have it out for you next week. But this buy one, get one free, which you can get, go to Carl's Jr. website, sign up for their email list, and what they'll do is they'll send you emails every once in a while with coupons and other goodies. My wife wanted to try this, so she was thrilled, because I'm going to try one for the review and then give her the other one. So she's pretty excited about that. Yesterday was National Burger Day. So I asked a question on social media, but I'm going to ask it here. And I can't see your comments, so I can't tell what you're saying. But I want you to leave a comment on the video, on this video here, and tell me, yeah, it's still playing the same non-skippable ad. I want to know, what is your favorite place to get burgers? It's got to be one of the regular fast food places, nothing local that I wouldn't know. Well, no, it can be whatever you want. I'm not going to limit you on that. I'll tell you what, the smell has to go to Burger King. The smell, I can walk by Burger King probably a few blocks away, and I can get the whiff of that flame broiled smell they've got. It's just delicious. I'm not a big burger eater, so I don't really know who I prefer. And if I do pick one, it's usually one of the upper scale local places that we have here in the Portland area. But I want to know, what is your favorite place, the ultimate place for you to get burgers? Leave it down in the comments of the video. Let's see what else. I was thinking that we have this little place in town called Oh My's, which is a little diner. It's like a little diner you'd find in Mayberry or something. It is only open for breakfast, and if you go in or if you walk by, the people who are there are usually older people. So it's kind of like a cross between a Mayberry and a Cheers bar, where everybody knows your name. You're a regular in there, and it's always the older guys sitting around the counter and having coffee and stuff. So it's really got a small hometown feel. And I was thinking, as I was passing by, I was thinking what I wanted for breakfast. And I thought it'd be fun to find out from you guys, what would what would your perfect breakfast consist of? What elements would make up your perfect breakfast? Now, I have a few different ones, so I really don't know if I can pinpoint it. I absolutely love chicken fried steak with gravy, country gravy on it. That's wonderful. And then you get the eggs. You get the over easy eggs or the straight up eggs, and you break the yolk, and the yolk goes into the gravy and over the chicken, and it's just so good. I would say sausage links over sausage patties. Less spicy, less seasoning, but still really good. Maybe a big real sausage like you can get over at Denny's or something like that. I love diner hash browns, you know, not the kind that you buy from the store or something like. I mean, I guess you can buy them from the store, but they're the kind that, you know, they're just the flat little hash browns that break apart, and they're so crispy and brown and delicious. I love that. You got to have a cup of coffee, of course. My wife would have hot chocolate. And let's see. That would probably be it for me, unless, of course, I was on the Oregon coast, because the Oregon coast has some of the best seafood you're ever going to get. I absolutely love Dungeness crab. So if I could get an omelet, a Dungeness crab, there you go. Dungeness crab omelet with hollandaise sauce on top. That sounds scrumptious, man. If you've ever had Dungeness crab or never had Dungeness crab, you've got to try Dungeness crab. It's got a sweetness to it that is savory and sweet and just so rich that it just puts all other crab to shame. I mean, the Red Lobster over where I live, right around the corner, they sell the Alaskan king crab legs. And they don't do Dungeness crab, and I don't understand that because it's local. And even though it's a chain, you would think that they would serve what is local to the area, what's native to the area, because we appreciate good crab, and Dungeness crab is fabulous. So I want to know, down in the comments, put that to what would the elements be that would make up your perfect breakfast? I want to know that. And I'll tell you what, if you leave that in a comment, I'll go ahead and run through those on next week's Old Nerd Friday night. And we'll go ahead and discuss that and stuff like that. And I promise you I'll get the comments working by then. How many of you guys watched Fear the Walking Dead this last week? Do I have any Walking Dead fans out there? The next season of Walking Dead doesn't start until like mid-October, around my birthday. And so, I mean, they take long hiatuses. And so the appearance of a brand new Walking Dead spinoff this last week thrilled me. Now, I've always told my wife she doesn't like zombie stuff, and I'm not really much of a horror person myself. I love thrillers. I love movies that kind of play with your mind, that have a really good story behind them. Like a classic horror type thriller movie for me is The Shining with Jack Nicholson. Absolutely love that movie. And then you've got The Others with Nicole Kidman. Another good twist at the end. And The Sixth Sense. Another good twist at the end that you would never expect. And I like those kind of movies. But my wife doesn't like the zombie stuff, and I'm not much of a gore guy. I'm not a gore guy. I hate gore stuff without a story. It's got to have a story. There's got to be a reason behind it, and that's the reason why I love The Walking Dead so much. Is the zombies are kind of like a sub layer to the whole show. It could be anything that could be attacking these people, some kind of virus that gets into your bloodstream or anything. It could be like frigging cockroaches for all I care, because the writing is so well done. The character development is so well done. It's the whole thing of these people trying to get together and work together to survive. And the zombies are just kind of like there. Usually when, somebody's being eaten or something like that, I go like this. I can't handle that kind of crap. But I love the show. And so I was absolutely thrilled that Fear the Walking Dead was coming. The first episode is slow. It's kind of slow. I'm not going to go into it in case you haven't seen it, but if you have Xfinity, which I have through my son, you can watch it through Xfinity on demand online. They are showing it, and you don't even have to be subscribed to A&E to see it, which is cool. But it was slow. But it kind of goes to say that they are trying to develop and introduce brand new characters to us that we have no idea about. So I expected it to start off kind of slow, and I know it's going to pick up. And it's done by Kirkman, who does The Walking Dead. So I know it's going to be good. And the cool thing about it is with Walking Dead, the people who were fans of Walking Dead had kind of like, they were kind of like in the know, because I guess it kind of goes along with the comic books. Never read the comic books or the graphic novels, whatever you want to call them. But I love the fact that these people with Fear the Walking Dead are going to be surprised as we are. They're not going to have anything to go on, any previous story to go along and go, oh, well, they should have done it this way like the book was, or, something like that. So it's all going to be fun for everybody. A couple people a couple of you have continued to ask some of the stuff that I do to be at home, because I'm at home full time. And I went through my websites last week. I told you about my websites. I have 2 websites: Oregon Coast, Romantic Oregon Coast Vacations, and Uniquely Portland, Oregon. They have to do with my passions. Always follow your passion and the money will come. So I make money doing that. I also make money doing YouTube here. But these few staples that I have allow me and free me up to do things that I just enjoy doing, that I don't necessarily need to get paid a lot for. It's just like an extra stream of income. And specifically what I'm talking about is, one of the things that I do is I'm a background actor. And that's like when you watch TV, the people walking around and doing things in the background, sitting in the bar and talking together and stuff like that. Those are background actors. So that's what I do. And Portland is a hotbed anymore for TV and movies. So what the productions that are happening here in Portland that I've done and that I still do was Leverage, which was on TNT, and that has done its run. It got canceled, but that was with Timothy Hutton, and I did probably about 7-8 episodes, maybe more, of Leverage. One episode I was a pilot. There was an episode called the DB Cooper. I think it's called the DB Cooper Job. Yeah. And anyway, it takes the characters back, and they're in this era where DB Cooper is. And I was the co-pilot in that show. So if you ever see that show, look at the co-pilot. That's me. And I also do Grimm, because Grimm is filmed here in Portland. And I continue to work for Grimm, and I love Grimm. The crew, the people who do Grimm are awesome. They're so cool. And, usually I play a businessman, or I play a policeman, or a detective, or something like that. There was this one episode, if you guys watch Grimm, you probably remember the whole zombie storyline that went from a couple episodes at the end of season 2 into season 3. Well, I got to be one of the zombies, and also my son got to be one of the zombies, so we got to work together. And that was so much fun, because it usually with background actors, it's like a hurry up and wait. You sit around and holding, and they call you to do a scene, and you do your scene, and then you go back to holding for a long time. And it's a lot of sitting around, a lot of waiting, and it's kind of boring sometimes, but it's a lot of fun because you're working on TV. But with the zombie, it was absolutely totally different, because we got to do everything thing ourselves. We got to run around. We got to chase people. We were, bouncing the car around that all the main characters were in. We were running around through the big crates down at the Port of Portland. It was like a 3-night shoot. It was like almost pouring rain down, very cold. But it was like a shoot that was like from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. So it was like all night for 3 nights. And then they called us back for the season 3, which was exceptional because we got to do our roles again and fight with cops and fun stuff. It was just a blast. So anyway, I get to do that kind of stuff because I do all the other stuff, because a lot of times they'll call you or they'll email you like in contact you like the night before and say, can you be here? And by what I do all the time, I'm able to say, yeah, I can be there. It's not like I've got to call off work or something like that. So anyway, that's something that I also enjoy doing. And like I said, I do Grimm. I also do a new show called The Librarians, which is done by the same people. I'm trying to think of his name, who did Leverage. All of a sudden his name has just slipped my mind. But anyway, he did Leverage, and now he's doing a show called The Librarians on TNT. And so I've done some episodes of that. I've done an episode, just a single episode of Portlandia, which of course is filmed in Portland because it's about Portland. And I've also done a couple Oregon Lottery commercials. I did another commercial that was, I can't remember what it was for. And I was a background actor in the movie Wild with Reese Witherspoon, which just came out just this last year, I think it was. And that was fun. And, you, like I said, you sit around, excuse me, and you eat and you snack and you talk with other people and read books, and you're on your phone or your laptop if you bring it or something like that. Then they call you, you do your scene and go back to holding, and it's fun. Anyway, so I get to do that because of what I do. I just drop of the hat. Let's see. Okay, I want to start the review. These are exclusive reviews. You guys get to see them before anybody else does. And what I figured I'd do is I just do it like I do any other review. So there'll be a start, there'll be the review, and there'll be the outro. And what I'll do is I'll just do the review for you live. You can see it, and then eventually I'll go ahead and splice that all up, produce it, and I'll put it on the channel as just the review for everybody else to see. But you got to see it first, and you got to see the live stuff and the flub ups and whatever else. So I'll tell you what, let's get to that in about 5 minutes. I wanted to talk about a couple other things. A couple things that I enjoy, something that I really enjoy doing is watching older TV, as you probably know. Back, when I was young, I was born in 1963. So I enjoy shows from the 60s, 70s, 80s. Usually that's about as far as I go. Then it's kind of sporadic about the shows I enjoy. I enjoy Lost and stuff like that. But a couple of the shows that I enjoy, I enjoy a bunch of shows from all those eras. And what I'll do is I'll end up getting them on DVD if I really, really enjoy them. So I've got the entire season, all the seasons of MASH, and I've got the Partridge Family and a few others. The one I just recently completed my Boy Meets World, and so that's fun. And I'll talk about Boy Meets World a little bit more sometime later on in another show, because the show was it was a fun show, but it had such a strange feel from episode to episode. It was like totally different shows, the same characters, and then one episode would be really good, and then the next episode would just be totally stupid. And it was just like opposite ends, like a Jekyll and Hyde. And I'm wondering, who's doing these shows? Isn't there any quality control on these? And these actors are doing this good stuff one week, and then the next week they're doing this slapstick stupid stuff. I never understood that, but I enjoy the show as a whole. So anyway, we don't need to talk about it now because I just covered that. My beef with Boy Meets World. One of these series, all 6 episodes that are all 6 seasons, 6 episodes, all 6 seasons that I got is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Absolutely love this show. It was so funny from start to finish. And so I'm watching the series through. And then I've got all 5 seasons of the 70s show, The $6 Million Man, which I absolutely love. This is back when writing was good, when you could actually see original shows produced that came out and were really quality. So those are the 2 that I'm watching right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and get on with the review. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go back over to YouTube and I'm going to see if I can get past this one more time to see if I can catch you guys. Hey, there we go. Okay, I can see me live, but there is absolutely no chat like there was last time. So I can see you guys talking in the comments, which is really good. So yeah, which is good. I mean, it's not live, but at least I'll be able to go back through your comments and I'll comment on them back. And like I said, if you guys talk about your favorite breakfast stuff, I'm going to talk about it next week. And we'll see if we can top each other as far as our breakfasts go, make each other's mouths drool. Okay, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for a review. And what I decided to do is do something that I've had for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to doing a review on it. And I want to bring out the really good stuff once I get my new camera. I'm going to get a Prime from Amazon, so it should be here in a couple days. And then I'll have it by next Friday, which is good. And I love new toys. You know that. I love new toys. Okay, so what we're going, okay, like I said, let's start this like we would do a real review. Okay, here we go. Hola, gang, and welcome again to Old Nerd Reviews. I'm Tony. I'm your old nerd of the day, and I try things so you don't have to. Today, I am trying something that I found at a outlet store that sells a lot of outlet type of food that is just about to go out of date, or maybe it's been discontinued or something. And there's this outlet store just up the street from me that is huge and has all kinds of fun stuff. And what I found there, I think this may be Spanish, Mexican. This is, I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. This is by a company called Gamesa. I think that's pronounced Gamesa. And it is called Arcoiris. And what these are is they are marshmallow cookies. As you can see, they are marshmallow cookies with little faces on them. And I assume these are the little marshmallows on the cookies. And I don't know if this is going to be like frosting or whatever else. These remind me of what the Easter bunnies gonads look like. I told you, man, you haven't seen the strangest part of me yet, but I mean, look, okay, come on, admit it. Okay, so this is quite a huge box. It is I guess there's 6 packs in here. Yeah, 6 packs in here. It's a 2.6 ounce box, and it's pretty hefty. And this was only at the outlet store. I don't know how much it would usually be, but this is $1.99. So that's a pretty good deal, especially if these are good. So let's go ahead and open these up. This is the first time I've opened this box, so we'll just rip into it here. It seems to be taped. They wanted to make it as difficult for me as possible. I'm wondering if these are going to be like snowballs, you know, like the Hostess snowballs. Okay, we'll put the box back over here. And there's 6 of these. So they're like little strips with the cookies and the snowballs. There's 2 layers. So I will open these up and we will try. I can say it's like coconut. I'm thinking there may be some coconut on here. I'm not sure if you're seeing that real good because of the lighting, but it looks like there's some coconut on these marshmallows. It smells like snowballs. It smells like a Hostess treat would smell. It's kind of fruity. It kind of has a smell of the crunch berries from Captain Crunch. Okay, let's give it a shot. And here, I'll show you the bottom there. That's the design on the bottom there. I don't know what that's supposed to be, just a little circle, ooly gooly type of thing. And I'm not sure what these cookies are, but we'll see. They are marshmallow. They are coconut. I can't tell what the cookie is. I've never tasted the cookie before that I can place. It's fairly good, but it's all very dry. It's kind of like I licked some sand. Not as far as actually licking sand, but just the dryness of it. And I'll show you inside as if it might make a difference. You can just see inside just a little, you know, just like little marshmallow balls with coconut on them. And I'm not sure what would make these better, but they're just very dry. And I'll tell you what, I just noticed something. Look at these. These don't have faces on them. What is that? I believe in truth in advertising, and this package shows faces on these cookies. Where are the faces on my cookies? That's BS. I wanted happy faces on my cookies, and I don't have happy faces on my cookies. I've just got plain cookies, and that gives me a sad face. So, okay, on the Nerdometer, I would give our Koiris marshmallow cookies from Gamesa. I would give these a meh. Just because, like I said, they're very dry, but they are flavorful. They taste fruity. They taste like a snowball, a Hostess snowball would. But the cookie is kind of like a non-entity because of the flavor of the marshmallows. So I'm not really thrilled with these. I'm glad I got them for as cheap as I did. I would not get them again, and I definitely wouldn't pay full price for them, which whatever that is. So I wouldn't recommend these. If you guys are out there and you come across them, I would just let them go by because you're not missing anything. Yeah, so there you go, gang. Another review in the bag. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And join me over at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Old Nerd Reviews. And you could, there's a blooper right there for you. And you too, let's try that again. And join me over at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Old Nerd Reviews. And you too can become a part of the Old Nerd Crony community over on the website at Old Nerd Reviews, and every Friday night here at Old Nerd Friday Night, where we gab about all kinds of stuff and gab about nothing, and we drink coffee and just have a good time. So anyway, I will see you at every and all of those places. You guys have a freaking awesome day or evening or whenever you're watching this, and I'll talk to you again. See you next video. Bye now. There you go. There, you got to see a live, and I only messed up once, which is surprising because usually when I do reviews, it's like you wouldn't believe how many times I go, I want to do that over. I'm going to do that part over again. Maybe I should say it a little bit different. You know, sometimes I do. I'm getting a lot more comfortable after over 200 episodes now. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with just gabbing and not trying to make it perfect, and just, you know, interacting with you guys. And I think you guys are the ones that make it so comfortable for me, that are putting me in that place, which is very cool. So I appreciate that very much. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I don't want them. Maybe I'll see if my son wants them. Those jalapeno bites that I got from the dollar store that I just recently did the review on. I'm going to give those to Isaac too, because they were just too hot for me. My wife said, yeah, I want to try one of these. So I let her try one, burned her mouth off, and neither one of us enjoy it because it's just the heat's too intense. But he likes hot stuff, so we'll see if maybe he likes them. So they're in the fridge waiting for him there. I was going to ask you guys, what would you think about having an occasional guest on the show? And this is just, I was thinking about it this week, and it's kind of like off the top of my head. So I really haven't thought it through and tried to figure out exactly what I want to do if I'm going to do it. But what would you think about having a guest on the show every once in a while? And maybe you can give me some ideas. You know, there's always, power in numbers. So maybe you guys can give me some ideas that I may not have thought about, or angles that I may consider coming at that I may not have considered prior. So tell me what you would think about having an occasional guest on the show on Old Nerd Friday Night, and what kind of thing you would want me to do, what kind of guest you would want me to have. Whether it be, somebody from the food stuff, or somebody from nerd stuff, or, just throw stuff at the wall. That's a lot of what I do when I'm trying to come up with ideas. As I just brainstorm, I start throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. And, and then I kind of go through it and the logistics of it all. And if it's a feasible idea, then I write it down and I try and work it out. So I think that might be kind of fun to do that kind of thing. Let's see. Geez, you know what? I am out of stuff to talk about. I actually wrote down a list. I have a list that I kind of brainstorm stuff to talk with you guys about. But the bad thing about tonight is I don't have you talking back with me. I'm not interacting with anybody. But that's going to change. I guarantee it's going to change next week. No doubt about it. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you go early. And I want you guys to have a wonderful weekend. Join me again next Friday at 9 p.m. And when we have the chat working, and when I've got my new webcam, my new 1080 webcam, I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and show that to you again, because I know a couple of you weren't here at the time that I showed that at the top of the hour here. So let me go ahead and screen share this, just so I can show you what I'm getting. And if you have a webcam that you love, put that in the comments and let me know, and maybe I'll look that up. Right now, this is the one I really want. Let's see, where's the screen share? There's a screen share. Okay, that is it right there. Let me get my screen back. And that is the Logitech. Let me go ahead. See, that's a pretty nice looking cam there. That's the Logitech HD Pro Webcam C90. And it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on it. There's a large screen of it. And there it is from the side. And it's stereo sound too, which is very cool. So it's going to be all stereo. And I guess there it is. Wow, that comes out pretty far. I never noticed that. And there it is on a tripod if you want to use it on a tripod. I'm not looking at the screen, so I'm not sure what you're seeing exactly, but I assume you're seeing what I'm seeing. And there's all the information. It does H.264, and like I said, high quality stereo sound, HD. You can connect it up to your HD equipment. So I could connect it up to my television if I wanted to. And like I said, there is the screenshot of this guy that he made just to show the quality. The quality is awesome. And he said this is in low light too, which makes it even better. And there is it set up on somebody's tripod. I think it's the same guy's. I don't know what that map is. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be something that I'm going to be getting here. So let me go ahead and we'll get back out of here. Where's the screen share? There we go. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I'm going to, I can't think of anything else. I really can't. But let me know. Okay, so you have 3 assignments this week. You've got to tell me what your favorite burger is, from what place. And that was in celebration of National Burger Day, which was yesterday. Then you got to tell me the elements that would make up your perfect breakfast. Really think about this, because I want some really good, solid thought put into this. And I'll I've already shared mine, but I'll probably put it in the comments and we'll rehash it next week, and then we'll talk about it next week. And then finally, what would you think about having an occasional guest on the show, and what kind of guests would you want to see? Would you want to hear from? So you've got 3 assignments. So that's your homework for this week. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, guys, and so much for watching, so much for thanks so much for putting up with the technical glitches in here and stuff like that. And it's just out of ignorance. I'm not used to using Google Hangouts, but I will get this comment thing working so that we can interact this week or this next week, I promise. And thanks so much for watching the videos and commenting and sharing and everything, because without you guys, I'd be some guy talking to myself. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I am going to be putting out this last Old Nerd Friday Nights review this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. And so if you didn't catch that show, you can catch the review that I did on the show. And then, of course, I'll have something on Monday, and it may be that French toast swirl thing from Carl's Jr., or it may be something else. I've got to start doing some of this stuff for the dollar store stuff. I've got a freezer packed with stuff that I need to start using, because I've got no room in my freezer for anything else right now. And I'm going to get rid of that cookie right now and keep drinking coffee throughout the evening. So anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next videos, and I will see you hopefully next Friday with a chat feature going on and with full 1080 HD camera. I'm really excited for it. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.